So on November the 13th, I'm headed to Atlanta for a 4-day retreat with some of the women in the community so that we can sit around and we can strategize and talk about the next level. There's a lot that's happening around the United States right now, and a lot of people are overwhelmed with everything that's been transpiring. But the fact of the matter is that the more prepared you are and the more proactive you are, the less worried you have to be. Now, I understand those who have not been able to find a way to get themselves stabilized and, don't really have a way to be able to make funds be generated and make ends meet outside of what is handed to them. I understand that those people have some issues, but the reality is that I don't care what your situation is, beloved. There should never be one time where you only have one stream of income. Like, we have to normalize having more than one stream of income. And I don't mean just having 15 jobs, but I mean making money in more than one way. So I always teach the women who come to me in birthing your business. And if you've done that class with me before, then you have to have three forms of income to really build an empire and to build wealth in the financial system: active income, passive income, and residual income. Now, as entrepreneurs, it's very rare that we spend time thinking about retirement. And to be quite honest, with all of this government shutdown, a lot of people have been tapping into their 401ks. But what are you going to do when that money runs out? What is your plan? If you are a person who had to tap into your 401k because right now you are unemployed or you're laid off or you're furloughed or whatever they're trying to call it, or if you just don't have a job because you never were a government employee, but you still don't have a job, what are you doing for the time when you are no longer able to work or you no longer want to work? And the only way to really build a cushion, okay, build a cushion, financial cushion outside of 9 to 5 money. So that 9 to 5 money comes to your active income. But the only way to be able to build a cushion outside of that is to have passive income. And the only way to really build retirement is to have residual income. And when you can get all three of those in your portfolio on a daily basis, and all of them are making money a little bit over time, then you have additional money to attribute to things like assets and things that are going to create a retirement fund for you. And I hear a lot of people talking about oh yeah, I'm gonna be an entrepreneur, or they're being content creators, and that's all fine, well and good. But if you don't have a fail-safe plan for your content creation, if you don't have a strategy for how you are going to make your money last long term, outside of you getting all these deals or getting a couple of passive dollars that you're getting off of TikTok right now or whatever, areas you might be doing it, if you don't have something else and if you don't have a plan and a strategy, most importantly, it's not going to last. And that lasting, because a lot of people, let's just be honest, when they become content creators, they start living beyond their means, because to live beyond your means is what's the fad, right? Everybody's talking about how much you can buy and how much you can spend and what you got and this, and it's all this hype put around materialism. And I get it. Being materialistic is something that people aspire to be or to be able to do. But once you've lived in a place where you can buy what you want to buy and you can get what you want to get, you start realizing damn, I need to actually peel back and actually create a plan and strategy for how I'm going to be able to do this long term. Even those who are wealthy, you will find out those who are wealthy a lot of times don't buy the things that they want, they buy the things that they need. And that's how they accumulate wealth. I will never forget the time that I was watching Warren Buffett. For those of you who don't know, he's one of the world's most wealthiest people. Warren Buffett said he cannot afford another car outside of his Toyota. And I had to let that sink in for a minute, because I'm saying to myself, you got billions of dollars, Warren Buffett. If Warren Buffett cannot afford to live outside or get a car outside of his Toyota, boo, you can't afford to live outside your means. But my point is, in today's day and age, with so many things, so many unexpected things happening every single day, what are you doing today, tomorrow, in this holiday season, in the coming year, 2026, whether the government opens back up or not. Because we got to just be able to plan. Like, aren't you tired of them being able to, like, yoke you by your collar and pull you by your ponytail? And today they're open and tomorrow they're not. And then they're going to give us food stamps and then they're not. And they're going to give us, whatever assistance and insurances and then they're not. Like, aren't you getting tired of them pulling you by your damn ponytail? Like, for real. For real. I know I am. I'm tired of hearing about it. Like, I'm grateful that I'm not on public assistance. But if I was, I would be fed up. And if I was, I would be thinking of a fail-safe plan. And the reality is that it's way too many people that don't have a plan A, a plan B, and a plan C. So, Spirit gave me the obligation to go help people create their plan A, their plan B, and their plan C. So at the retreat, not only are we doing a bunch of luxury, like spa treatment and eating amazing cuisine and like having sister circles and yoni steaming and talking and chatting and building and connecting and networking, but we're also building fail-safe strategies and plans, things that you're going to be able to implement for the next year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years of your life and be able to drastically change your financial system. Plus, I'm getting the full entire plan and strategy of how I built and blueprint actually of how I built my 6-figure business, coming from being a single mom who used to carry her daughter on her back and pack up her freaking bag and take her fold up table and put it out in the park and pray somebody will buy from my stuff, to a 6-figure conglomerate that's getting ready to cross over 7 figures soon, hopefully with this holiday season. And yeah, like at this point, it's just time for me to start putting you down with how we do it, like how wealth is built, how I built mine, so I can help you build yours. And ultimately, Lord willing, you won't be in this position next year. So if you're interested in joining us, there is a Saturday only segment that is available. We are meeting in Atlanta, Georgia. And the Saturday only segment is the 15th. So November 15th, it will be a Saturday only segment. Right now, it is currently discounted if I buy $100. And then after the Saturday only segment, I only have one more ticket left for the entire weekend. So if you're a woman that would desire to be there for the entire weekend, Thursday, you get a chance to do one-on-one meeting with me as scheduled. We do a spiritual reading. We look at we talk about your one-on-one plan, things that have happened in your life, things that we need to release as trauma in order for us to get you back on track and get the money flowing and things like that. Friday through Sunday is the actual retreat itself. So Thursday is one-on-one time with me and sister circle and intention setting and things like that for wealth and abundance personally and as a group. But then also Friday through Sunday is the rest of the retreat where we're actually going to do the talking, strategizing, planning, all those good things. But Saturday, you can do the one day only if you want to and join us there. So yeah, you can find all the information up at the link in my bio. But I love y'all. I'm sending out, abundant vibes of but vibes of prosperity. Yeah, and of divine alignment. Because it's not so much about what you have in front of you. It's about how resourceful you are. As a single mom raising my daughter, I didn't have a lot, but I was resourceful as fuck and I figured out how to go get it. And that's what it's ultimately about. So anyway, I love y'all. Peace.